Bournemouth are having a fantastic season. They've beaten Arsenal and Manchester City on home soil and sit second on the Premier League form table going into this international break, despite losing their main man up top, Dominic Solanke. But quite the pivotal piece to their success over the years has been English midfielder, made in Leeds, is Lewis Cook. Cook has been instrumental for the Cherries since joining in July of 2016 for a fee surrounding the 7 million mark. But it's not been a smooth ride for the 27-year-old. In his career, he suffered 2 ACL injuries, missing over 800 days of football on the sidelines. But as of today, he's playing his very best football, leading to a large proportion of Bournemouth supporters into believing his performances and ability warrants an England national team recall. So today, let's see if those takes are valid, how Lewis Cook influences and stars in Andoni Iraola's system, the player that he is, what he offers to a team, his weaknesses, and could he actually make the three-line squad again? Now the Cherries line up in a 4-2-3-1. They are very direct, long passes from the centre-backs in attempt to utilise the wide players such as Antoine Semenyo, Marcus Tavernier, Kluivert, and then Evan Nilsson up top. These are fast players, they unsettle a backline, but Bournemouth can too play very intricately with slower build-up, more careful, but maintaining that ever so effective attacking dynamic that sees them scores so many goals. So how does Lewis Cook come into all of this? Well, the Leeds Academy graduate sits in a pivot, mostly with Ryan Christie. The two together are very good at playing it from defence to attack. Cook is a mix of a traditional, hard-working, ball-winning defensive midfielder and a deep-lying midfielder that, as you can imagine, sits deep, keeps Bournemouth ticking and keeps his game swift and tidy. Christie definitely contains a more progressive ease to his game and has more influence in the team's attacking rhythm, but Cook allows him and Bournemouth's fullbacks to push further forward as he takes up the space in wider positions and doesn't commit himself forward very often. Despite this, he can still thread a nice pass through to an attacking runner behind the defensive line and often uses a more lifted pass through, particularly to wide players to access them if need be. On the ball in deeper positions, he's very secure, simple, reliable. He doesn't complicate his passes too much and can deal with opposition presses very nicely. When opponents come to take back possession, if he isn't laying it off simply or baiting that opponent away from his teammate, he can beat a player too, as his body feints are very well hidden, meaning they aren't too obvious within his body and the way that he uses his frame, and this area makes up for his lack of speed on the ball. Even when there's a numerical advantage to those pressing him, he still finds a way to shift into space, skip by a player and get the very best from a tight situation, a compliment to his footballing IQ. Now he can be a good, solid ball carrier, he can do it, he's not allergic to taking it forwards, but he's not the fastest in his stride with the ball, certainly not a Declan Rice or a Kobe Mainu, but as we've established that he's not this type of player. Adding to his skill set on the ball, he's a good set piece taker from corners, so a decent, well coordinated striker of the ball and contains quick feet when needed. Now moving to his more ball-winning side to his profile, off the ball he's very hard-working, he's competitive, he loves a tackle, sometimes maybe too much, leading to rash judgment and a slight follow-through, which we all love a good tackle, especially against your local rivals, until VAR catches you and sends you on walkies. But he often uses a slide tackle to win back possession, normally executed very cleanly, very well read, but not just in 1v1 defending, but when intercepting a pass too. He anticipates and acts superbly. I've touched on lightly his lack of speed when moving with the ball, but off the ball he gets back in good time, thanks to his sheer determination and drive for his team. In summary, he's a very valuable asset to have in any team. He's a tidy midfielder that would do a great job for most Premier League sides, but is he good enough for that England call-up? Firstly, he can definitely achieve an England call-up when you look at the amount of players that have been dropping out to take caution. But there's no reason as to why Lewis Cook wouldn't get a call. His competition consists of Declan Rice, Kobe Mainu, Conor Gallagher, Angel Gomez, Curtis Jones, Adam Wharton, which is pretty difficult and even more difficult when you don't quite get the recognition because you play for Bournemouth. just like Dominic Solanke. But injuries can happen. If he maintains the level he's playing at all season long, injury-free, then supporters are well within their right to scream his name to Thomas Tuchel next year. But does he get in when everybody's fit and available for selection? Sadly, probably not. But that doesn't wipe away the great and underrated season that he is having and the player that he is for the Cherries. The truth is, Lewis Cook had a lot of potential coming through the England ranks and the ranks at Leeds. But with injury problems, he hasn't quite reached the player that we all thought he would become a few years ago. But now he's performing outstandingly in the prime of his career. So when you next watch Bournemouth, watch out for Lewis Cook and how he influences and makes Bournemouth tick. Because without him, they would struggle with his level of consistency all season long. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to smash a like and subscribe to the channel. Check out other videos that I did. I uploaded a video a few days ago surrounding Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall and his situation at Chelsea. So check that out if you want to, and I'll see you guys next time.